Yo, what's up? This is your boy Steero God, and today we're gonna do a young lyric breakdown for the hit song called In My Chucks.
No drip, no shoes, hit it, 4 chucks, can't choose.
So the night I wrote the song, I'd already written 2 or 3 songs earlier that day. When my creative juices are flowing, I can bang out like 3 or 4 songs a day. So because that day my creative juices were on another level, I was really just going with the flow. I needed a song that kind of reminded me as to who I am, where I want to get to, and what I've done to get to where I am right now. So I heard the beat and I immediately came up with the that melody just came to me straight, bro. And I just built from there. This is in around April, right? So I record the song like the next day, something. I mix and master it in the next week, and I start my rollout. So on one of the days I didn't have content, right? And this is actually the day before the song releases. So this is on the 3rd of July, and 6 o'clock was coming. And at 4, I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, yo, babe, I don't have content for today. So what I need you to do is I need you to send me a voice note where you are breaking up with me in a very mean way. I'm gonna respond in a shockingly funny way. Because we're pressed for time, that's the thing that was gonna take the shortest time to do. It did take a couple of attempts, but eventually we got it right, and it turned out to be that viral voice note that you guys all know. Yeah, man, so let's get into the writing process. From pavements to stage, Steero. He keep that ink on the paper. Drip when I step, get caught in the vapor. From out in the streets, then they cleared the payment. So these few lines represent growth. You know, back in the day, in like 2015, 2016, I would be in detention. You know, me and my friends would be in detention and would sit on the pavements and literally have ciphers, have freestyles, and just, you know, rap battles and all these kinds of things. You know, these things that you just do. I mean, what else am I gonna do during detention? You know, I mean, sure, I was probably supposed to be doing homework or writing out, but, you know, I was there rapping with my friends, and, you know, that's just how it happens. 2017, I had my first performance. 2018, I had my first big performance that was like at a stadium. And 2020, I was already getting paid for my performances. And obviously, you know, when Steero God gets on stage, you know, I'm dripped out. You know, if I do say so myself, I go on dripped out. You can feel the aura. And if I'm saying you can feel the aura, then what I'm saying is you can feel the vapor. You get what I'm saying? Because I've got that drip. The drip is too much, you know. If I walk past you, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the drip. So that's what feeling the vapor is. You know, you feel that aura. They tripping, I tied all my laces. I'm ready to ball like I'm signed to the Lakers. A star on my side like I'm strapped with a saber. Talk to me nice or don't talk to me later. So this just means that I'm prepared. You know, because my shoes are tied, I can't fall. I can't trip over anything. And you know what, let me ask you. Have you tripped over your shoelaces when your shoelaces were tied? Exactly, you haven't. And if you have, then you must watch your step, bro, because you can't be falling when your shoelaces are tied, bro. But I digress. Essentially what it means is I'm ready for success. A star on my side like I'm strapped with a saber. Now, you might ask, Steero, what does that mean? And let me tell you, you're in luck, because I'm about to explain to you what that means right here, right now. So let me ask you a question. When you wear a pair of All-Stars, where does the logo of the All-Star stay on the shoe? It's on the side, right? A star on my side, like I'm strapped with a saber. So in the movie Star Wars, now because you're in space, you're among the stars, right? And the people in Star Wars, what do they use as a weapon? A lightsaber. And where do they store it? On their sides. Oh. So a star on my side, like I'm strapped with a saber. It's just stars on the side and things on the side. I'm literally so goated. I am literally so goated right now. Talk to me nice or don't talk to me later means if you're not gonna come at me correct, you know, if you're not gonna respect me the first time we interact, then I'm not gonna give you another chance to interact with me, you know? So talk to me nice now or don't talk to me ever again, essentially. We live in La Vida. I was out in Brazil with Latinas. I hop out the hotel at Bomdea. She call me Lindo, I call her mi Reina. Basically, life is a movie. You know, good things are happening. 2023, I went to Brazil with Converse, and that was by far the best week of my life. We got to party with the locals, and we also got to learn a bit of the culture. I hop out the hotel like Bomdea means I hop out the hotel like good morning. You know, Bomdea means good morning in Portuguese. She called me handsome. I call her my queen. And you know, that's that. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a young language switcheroo. Private location. Can't see us. John Cena. 30K feet up. do the most, but I still gotta speed up, grind for the whip while I ride in my sneakers in my... So that's just me talking about getting invited to VIP events, private events, and obviously it's at a private location. If you're a VIP, you know, then other people won't get the invite, so they won't know the location. So it's a private location, so you can't see us. You know, John Cena, okay, that's pretty obvious. And look, I will admit that line is pretty played out, but you know, at the end of the day, man, this is music and we're having fun with it. You know, if you want bars the whole time, then go and listen to Beast Mode. You get what I'm saying? This is In My Chucks. Yeah, we're just having a good time. We're having fun with it. But I can't go bar for bar. You know, don't think I can't. You know, if you really want bars, I can give you bars. But yeah, I was just having fun with it, you know, just doing what felt right, doing what sounded right. With 30K feet up, that obviously just means that we're in a plane. And yeah, I've achieved a lot, but even though I have achieved a lot, I'm still hungry for more. And while I'm grinding for my car, because I really love cars, but while I'm grinding for my car, I'ma show up with my shoes, because that's what I have right now. New drip, new shoes, boy chucks, can choose, I'm him, who you, two-step, too smooth. So that's how it feels when they send you a new pair of shoes. You know, it's a major confidence booster. You know, it makes you feel like, or it makes me feel like I'm him. You know, it makes me feel like, okay, I'm untouchable. And at this point, it's actually difficult for me to actually choose a pair of shoes to wear because I have so many of them. You know, so if I'm going out to an event, because I've got so many shoes, I'm like, which one do I even choose from? And then two-step, too smooth. Two-step is my signature move. Look, okay, fine. It needs a new name, right? It needs let me not say a new name. That's not even like that was its official name. But it needs its actual name for obvious reasons, because two-step is another dance move, whatever. You guys must actually help me come up with a name for the move. You guys are actually going to see the move in the music video. Let's ride or die with my chucks. Ride with my chucks. We making bands, making bucks. Can't make this stuff up. We moving fast, love the rush. Fast, love the rush. And we don't fold, we just crush. Fold, we just crush. So this is just my loyalty towards the brand. You know, obviously I've been working with Converse since 2017. So this is literally the 8th year working with Converse. I was literally 15, not even 15 yet, I was 14 when I got my first delivery from them, and you know, when we made things official. So that's just my loyalty towards the brand, because I mean, they've been there basically my whole career. They've helped me achieve so many of the things that I've wanted to achieve, and they've given me opportunities in places that I didn't even know I could step into. So as far as I'm concerned, it's Converse for life. We don't fold, we just crush is actually one of my favorite lines in the song, because those two words, fold and crush, are very different but very similar in the same way. So when you fold something, right, you have to crush it at the fold in order for it to actually fold. You know, like you have to crush. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my mind. The word fold means to surrender or to flop or to fail at doing something. And the word crush literally means to do the opposite. You get what I'm saying? It's to succeed at something, it's to do something at the best of your ability. I don't know, I just liked that kind of yin-yang dynamic between we don't fold, we just crush. You know, because the words are just so similar but so different at the same time. I hope it makes sense, because it sounds, low-key it sounds profound to me. You guys are probably there like, what is this guy on about? But anyway, that's how it is for me. Always pop it, no stylist out, no designers out. I define my route. My chain is shining when the light is out. I'm not silent now, I'm the brightest out. So here I'm playing more with the rhyme scheme, and I'm also just talking more about being confident in my own skin, standing with my chest out, with my head held high, and taking up the space that I want to take up, and not putting myself in a bubble or in a cocoon or anything like that. You know, I'm here, I'm bright, I'm here to be seen. You must see me. You know, you must feel my presence. You must, you know, I made it count, now I'm showing out, and I'm lit, and it can't douse the fire out. I'm the one that they type about, what's the hype about, gotta remind them now. So look, I make smart moves and I leverage off of them, right? So let me put you on game real quick. Every time I release a song or get any accolade, you know, for example, if I perform somewhere, or if I get a brand deal, or you know, whatever it is, I always use that to leverage more opportunities. For example, when I got my iced out chain a couple years back, I hit up the jeweler. And I told him, yo, look, bro, I'm sponsored by Converse, and Converse is obviously one of the biggest brands on this planet. And if they can see potential in me and they see this vision in me, then you need to stay woke and see that same vision in me too. You know, so he was like, okay, cool, that's dope. I'm gonna get my team to make you a free chain. You know, so that's what they did. They made me a free chain, and then boom, the chain got stolen, 2-3 years later. But that's a story for another day. Matter of fact, no, that's a story for now, because tell me, what are you gonna do with a chain that has another man's name written on it? Like, I don't understand. That chain literally says Steero, Steero. And now, the guy who stole the chain is gonna be walking around with a chain that says Steero. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Imagine me walking around with a chain that says, like, James or something. It's like, bro, what? That makes no sense. That's not even my name. Like, now what are people gonna think? James. Like, bro, no, that makes no sense. But anyway, I miss that chain a lot. That was a real statement piece, bro. Everywhere I went, people were like, yo, that chain is fire. If it's money, I'm gon' get up. Pull up with the squad, so you gotta bump it up. Level to the game, so I never can't let up. And to be a diamond man, you gotta feel the pressure. So if there's money involved, then I'm gonna be there. You know, and if my whole team is gonna be there, you know, if I'm pulling up with my videographer, if I'm pulling up with my DJ, if I'm pulling up with my representative, then the money must show itself. But at the same time, there's levels to this game. And if you wanna shine, then you gotta grind. Long nights, no sleep, me and the setup. Bet on myself, I just run the bread up. A couple of pairs, no chucks in the dresser. Manifesting gold out of dust, so I step up in my... So I usually work better at night as opposed to during the day. So I usually do have really long nights, you know, where I'm just hyper focused, because during the day I can't get distracted easily, but at night it's like I'm untouchable. You know, like I put in the work at night. So I mean, even now it's 3:15 in the morning. I did this whole setup. I started the whole setup at 9 p.m. You know, so I've been here for how many hours is that? That's like 5-6 hours, and it feels like nothing. You get what I'm saying? So that's really all it is. And the only reason why I do this is because I believe in my dream. You know, I believe in myself, because if I don't bet on myself and believe in myself and lose this sleep and, you know, take this time to do all these things, who's going to do it for me? You get what I'm saying? And if it doesn't get done, then I'm not going to achieve the things I want to achieve. But, you know, that whole segment is just about me turning my dreams into a reality, you know, in real time. I'm working overtime until it all is mine. I'm not gonna repeat this thing twice. You know the end part of the song. So that's really all it is, man. You know, I'm putting in the work. I'm putting in my 10,000 hours. That's basically the song. I can't even believe that I'm done shooting now. I have to pack up this whole thing. It's probably gonna take another hour, bro. And let me be honest with you guys, you know, yes, I'm not an A-list. Yes, I haven't blown up yet, but you know, I've been in this game for a long time. You know, I've been in the game for a long time. I released my first song in 2016. So next year would be 10 years since I've been active in the industry. So people need to put respect on my name. You know, don't come at me like I'm a new kid on the block just because the song is popping off now. You get what I'm saying? Been around. You're just hearing about me for the first time. Guys, let me tell you, I appreciate every single one of you. I thank you guys so much. In My Chucks music video coming soon. This has been your boy Steero G.O.D. or Steero Hip Hop Hero, depending on how long ago you know me from. Guys, my first song that I ever released in 2016 was called Hip Hop Hero. Just because you don't hear myself saying Hip Hop Hero as much these days, don't think I'm not here to save SA hip hop, bro. And people need to stop calling themselves hip-hop hero if they haven't done anything for the culture. Genuinely, I dropped a song called Hip-Hop Hero in 2016, the weekend after I dropped out of school. The mission is still ongoing. Keep hip-hop alive. As long as I'm alive, SA hip-hop is alive. People need to stop calling themselves hip-hop hero if you haven't done anything for the culture. If you haven't done anything for the kids, if you haven't given the kids any tools to make their dreams come true, if you haven't taught the kids anything, if you're out here gatekeeping information, if you're out here gatekeeping opportunities, don't be out here calling yourself hip-hop hero. I'm the OG hip-hop hero, whether you like that or not. And if you don't know, now you know. And if you don't know what I've done, then you better ask somebody about me. This is your boy Steero God. Until next time, peace out.